Cameron, we're going live.
We're going live. We're live.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this Vista State playoff game between the Cape Henry Dolphins and the Virginia Episcopal School Bishops. We're here on a brisk and windy Thursday afternoon for this game between these two teams who have not played each other this year. The Bishops come in 11-4, and the Dolphins come in 8-2. I'm Chris Souther, and I am joined by Caitlin Gentry.
Hello.
And this will be the last sporting event played at Cape Henry this year.
It will be, and my last time ever announcing in my very short career.
Caitlin is moving on to the University of Alabama.
Roll Tide.
And where she'll be a star in the making there. And someday when she is broadcasting on ESPN, she'll say, "Mr. Souther gave me my start."
I will definitely. I won't mention.
And
the
we'll
flaws,
have a side joke between the two of us
yes.
of her first announcement. But
that
I'm
does
also
not
joined
need to
up
be
here
relived.
by Paige Minahan. Paige is going to work our clock and our score. Linda Yang is on scoreboard tech, and Cameron Gentry, yes, they are related, is working camera today.
Unfortunately.
Now be
Just
nice.
kidding.
Be nice.
Just kidding.
Our referees for today's game is Barb D, Juanita Etheridge, and Yogi Booth. So they'll be out there as well. Starting for Virginia Episcopal School is number 1, Kate Flippin, number 3, Mary Claire Caprice, number 4, Sierra Lewis, 8, Cameron Shamus, 9, Grace Battle, 11, Ava Clark, number 12, Carolyn Carrington, 14, Frances Fenton, number 18, Lily McKee, number 20, Kayla Williams, number 28, Elle Langley, and their goalie today is number 30, Ella Epps-Perro. You want to do the Cape Henry lineup?
They did not give me the starting lineup, but I can just read off numbers. We have number 1, Izzy Sands, number 6, Mackenzie White, number 11, Madeline Keogh, number 17, Brianna Corcoran, number 25 on the draw is Emma Hardy, number 20, Grace Reynolds, number 23, Liza Pridgeon, number 10, Justine Altmaier, number 5, Katie Fernandez, and number 21, Alice James. And our goalie is number 27, Rihanna Walters.
Wonderful. And taking the draw is number 25, Emma Harding, against number 9, Grace Battle. These two teams are evenly matched. They both score around 15 goals per game. And Virginia Episcopal, the Bishops, are ranked 19th, and the Dolphins are ranked 24th in the state. So here we go. Start of this quarterfinals girls varsity lacrosse game is underway. And right away, the Bishops put the ball in the net. Senior Sierra Lewis, number 4, scores. To start this game, the Bishops got possession. Emma brought the ball up, and Sierra, brought the ball up. She went around the net and put one in off of Rhiannon Walters, the goalie for Cape Henry Dolphins. So 24-40 in, 1-0 Bishops. And again, to take the draw, number 9, Grace Battle, and Emma Hardy. And this time, Emma comes away with it for the Dolphins. They're in the offensive zone for the first time. She passes it ahead to Keogh. Maddie runs up, and she's going to set up behind the net. Liza Pridgeon in the back, number 23. Back to Liza. And she turns towards the net. Good defense there by the Bishops. Back to Emma Hardy. Back to Liza. She puts on a nice move and gets stuffed a little bit. And
It seems to be a free position shot on goal for Miss Liza Pridgeon.
And here she goes, and a nice save by the goalie. So good save there by Perro, the goalie for the Bishops, and now they come storming back, but it is intercepted there
by Berkeley Compton, and to Emma Hardy, bringing it into the middle and bringing it out to the right side of the field.
So Emma goes behind the net. They'll set up their offense again. Again, both these teams scoring roughly 15 goals a game. So offense is a strong point for both of them.
That seems to be...
That's a foul on number 18, Lily McKee.
And results in a free position
Berkeley.
shot for Berkeley Compton.
Berkeley
She brings it back out.
Pulls out and sends it around, so the Dolphins will go set again. Bishops have given up 127 goals in their 15 games, and the Dolphins have only given up 81 goals in their 10 games. So defense and offense.
That was a shot on goal for Madeline Keogh, but goes over the top.
Good defense there by number 20, Kayla Williams. She's on Liza. Kenzie White's got the ball now. She'll back it out again. Dolphin coach is calling for motion. There's Brianna Corcoran, number 17. So looks like a full set now for the Dolphins. Bishops already have a save in this game.
There's a shot on goal by Liza Pridgeon, but goes far left.
Again, second shot on goal actually third shot on goal for the Dolphins. First one was a goalie save and the last two went out. So they retained possession. Here's Emma Hardy working now, and she sends out a shot. It's still going to remain Dolphins ball. So, Caitlin, the Bishops only have one shot on goal, but it was a good one.
It was a good one.
And the Dolphins have 5 and have not scored yet. So,
which is unfortunate, but they always find a way to get it in the back of the net. So hopefully that remains the truth about this game as well, but only time will tell.
And it's early. We're just starting in this Virginia State playoff game. Here's Mackenzie White, and
there's a check to the head on the field.
That's Kate Flippin for the Bishops.
Yep, and she is out for 2 minutes.
Check to the head, 2 minutes. 1959, 17, Emma, cut! All the way in, Mac, all the way. Protect it.
So Flippin's going to get 2 minutes for a check to the head. Kenzie White will retain possession just outside the red area, and here we go.
And there is another flag. and that is on number 11.
That's Ava Clark. Clock.
She brings it in, shot, and the goalie has an impeccable save.
So the Bishops used an interesting defensive move there where the goalie puts the ball down and moves out of the way and lets one of her defensemen pick it up. And now Ava Clark is moving down the line, and she's going to cross field, and she's now behind the Dolphins net. Carolyn Carrington has it. Mary Clark Caprice. Back out to Caprice. Fenton in the back. Back out to Carrington. She's looking to move. Dolphins have spread the Bishops out. Here's the goal scorer, Sarah Lewis, behind the net now. Bishops are still down a person. She'll be coming into this game shortly. There's a nice pass in number 14, Fenton, but she swings it back out.
And now it's even on the field with number 1 back in, Kate Flippin.
That was a nice play. So beautiful pass there from number 8, Shamus, to number 12, Carrington. Carrington caught it literally with one hand and then brought it back to her and put it in the goal. So 2 shots on goal by the Bishops and 2 goals. So nice play there.
Head coach Ashmore Standing calls a Dolphin timeout, and that is the first one of the game.
So as we said, 2 teams that are fairly evenly matched. Again, the Bishops and the Dolphins averaging both about 15 goals per game. Bishops have scored 224 goals to date, and the Dolphins 157. They've had a common opponent, Stewart, and the Bishops beat Stewart 21-4 back on the 16th of this month to get here, and the Dolphins played Stewart both in April and in May and defeated them both times by a score of 18-5 and 17-4. So fairly evenly matched there as well.
And the AP is for Virginia Episcopal, which means if there is a double foul for both teams at the same time, the ball will go to Virginia Episcopal to offset, and then the AP will go to Cape Henry for the next one.
So here we are, 17-31 in the first. 2-0 Bishops over the Dolphins. This is a home game for Cape Henry Collegiate. Have a very nice day. Stands are starting to fill up here. Virginia Episcopal School is in Lynchburg, Virginia, so they had a long ride to get here. And they are certainly energetic. So the draw this time, number 9, Grace Battle, and she winds up coming up with it. So Battle for the Bishops moves it, sends it back down to the goal scorer, Carrington. Excuse me, that's number 18, Lily McKee. She sends it back to Kayla Williams on defense. She sends it ahead, but it's going to be out of bounds on the Bishops, and that'll be Dolphin ball.
And Berkeley Compton's going to bring it back into play. Brings it back behind the net.
And Mackenzie White has the ball, number 6. She sends it out to the outside, Brianna Corcoran.
That's nearly intercepted by Bishop, the Bishops, but Mackenzie White
And there's a foul.
tucks it in. Seems to be another free position shot for Mackenzie White. She brings it in and back out and gives it off to Emma Hardy, who unfortunately oversends it, but tried to see the ball or the back of the stick for Madeline.
And that's
Keogh.
picked up by Fenton, and she sends it up to Lewis. Lewis has a goal already in this game, and she goes by the defense and puts it just past the goalie, Walters. That's going to remain the Bishops' ball, and so they swing it around. Here's Caprice, and she sends it over to Carrington. Again, back to Lewis, working behind the net. Oh, and that's going to be called a foul on the Dolphins.
Foul for Liza Pridgeon. That's her first of the game.
Lewis working behind the net, being covered nicely there by Mackenzie White. She sends it over to number 9, Grace Battle. Battle is not marked at all. She's pretty wide open. Dolphin defense looks like they're playing man-to-man. And there is Lewis again, and she beats her man and doesn't find much resistance there. So Sierra Lewis has scored her second goal of the game. And the Bishops are leading 3-0, and they've only taken 5 shots, and the Dolphins have taken at least 6 or 7 shots, and they don't have a goal to show for it. So nice offensive output by the Bishops, and the Dolphins still looking for their first score of the game. Emma Hardy and Grace Battle. Bishops come down with it. Carrington gets the ball, and she moves straight on. Sends it back again to Sarah Lewis. Lewis seems to be the offense that they're running through. Here's number 9, Battle. And she gets bowled over, and oh! And that's got to be a foul. And number 8, Cameron Shamus.
The ball now goes to Ella Goodall. And that was a call for dangerous contact.
So Shamus just ran over Emma Goodov, and she'll sit in the box for 2 minutes.
Katie Fernandez now has ball. Katie is new to Cape Henry, coming from Norfolk Academy.
So turnover there by the Dolphins. Bishops get the ball back. Lily McKee has it on her defensive side. She sends it up to Lewis, who is bowled over, and this time it'll be a foul on the Dolphins, and it's going to be Emma Hardy coming off for 2 minutes.
Emma, your time's 10:52.
Both teams, right? You let her know when she gets to join as well, okay?
Yep.
So that's the first penalty on the Dolphins. So here come the Bishops. Again, leading 3-0 here in the first. And again, there's Fenton behind the goal. Excuse me, Lewis behind the goal. She's going to send it over to number 28. And that is Ellie Langley. Carrington now sends it back over to Caprice. Caprice back to Lewis. Oh, nice pass, but can't be picked up. Oh, nice save there by... What do you... She left early.
Their player left early, a minute early.
No, 11:24 was her time. She was supposed to go at 11:24.
I told her 11:24.
Yeah.
Yeah, we told her 11:24.
No, but you said as well, you said the wrong time to her. Somebody over here told them. Just be honest, because it'll be like an add-on. We don't want to do that. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
No edit editing. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
My timer is the one that's going to let her know on the chairs when they can go in. Okay? So you know.
That is for you.
Thank you. Number eight, you're 11:24. Sorry.
No. Yeah. He won't tell you anymore. It's up to us. All right. So here in the booth, we've got a little mix-up. The Bishop player left early. It's not going to be an add-on. She was told to leave early.
Mackenzie White with ball, charging up the field. And she brings it back behind the net. And shot
Nice.
and goal by Mackenzie White. And that marks the first goal for the Dolphins.
So here we are, 11:28 in the first, and the Dolphins are
10:52.
on the board with their first goal of the game, and that is Mackenzie White scoring. So 3-1. Bishops still lead here.
Due to Emma Hardy in the box, we have a new person taking the draw, and that is Madeline Keogh.
And she'll be taking the draw against Grace Battle. The ball is up, and it is picked up by the Bishops, number 9, and she's going straight to the net, and she does and scores. So Grace Battle basically took that ball after the scrum on the C of CHC, and once she got it in her hands, she went straight to the net and scored. So after the Dolphins scored, the Bishops come right back in a matter of 16 seconds and scores and gets that goal back. So, draw again. Grace Battle, the goal scorer.
And that's
They're
going to be
gonna-
a redraw.
Huge draw. Maddie Keogh for the Dolphins. will take this draw. And here we go. A little bit of a scrum, and the ball's rolling around, and Kenzie White's in the middle, and it's back up in the air. And again, here we go. Bishop's number 9 again, Grace Battle, and she's just like she did the last time. She's going to move back towards the back, and there's number 4, and that's Lewis. And a lot of the offense comes over. She actually hits the top of the net on her throw back out, but the Bishops keep possession. 52.
10:52.
Yeah, go.
Oh, yeah.
Go.
We have a defense cheer coming from the sidelines.
There's a pass, and oh, nice pass, but Fenton can't hold on. She sends it back to Lewis. Lewis back out to 12, and that's Carrington. So a couple opportunities for the Dolphins to get possession back, but they can't. Bishops retain possession. Swings it out to Carrington. Carrington back out to Battle. Grace has a goal, so does Carrington in this game. There's the ball back to Lewis, and she scores for her 3rd goal of the game. Bishops are doing a really nice job of passing in the offensive zone. Their passes are crisp, they're catching it, and they're firing on the Dolphins goalie, and it is now 5-1 with 9:30 left here in the first.
Emma Hardy is back on the draw, out from her 2-minute penalty.
Hardy in battle again. This time it's sent way over, and it's picked up by the Dolphins. So that's
Liza
Pridgeon.
Liza Pridgeon taking it up. And it looks like she's going to bring it around the net. And she sees Keogh, who secures it. And does 2 good moves to try to get around the defense, but she seems to be sticking to Keogh. And then pass to Berkeley, and then pass to Mackenzie White.
You can take it, Mac. Berkeley, you gotta go through on that. You guys have to go through.
And that goes back to Emma Hardy at the back of the net to Liza Pridgeon, who sees Berkeley Compton up at the top of the 8. And there's a check. Seems to be a horizontal stick call on number 31. And this is a ball for Berkeley Compton. Berkeley Compton takes it in, brings it back behind the net, and shot and goal for Berkeley Compton. And that
nice shot there.
And that marks 2 for the Dolphins. Sees the top left or right corner of the goal and secures it for the Dolphins. The Dolphins have been seen to make good, clean, and crisp passes, and they do have the potential to do it this game. We just haven't seen it so far. So hopefully that picks up, and that might result.
That was a big goal by the Dolphins.
It was.
Berkeley showed a little bit of fortitude there by just taking matters into her own hands and decided if we give up another goal and go down 6-1 versus 5-2, that's a different ball game. So
Exactly.
the Dolphins score here. Hardy.
That's a beautiful draw.
Nice win there by Battle again. She's done a great job on the draws, and this time she gets pushed from the back.
And that is a foul on Berkeley Compton. It's called dangerous contact.
Berkeley, 5:53.
So the Bishops have the ball. There's number 12, Carrington. She's got a goal today. Battle's got the ball. She's been winning most of the draws as she's been involved. She's got a goal today. Caprice has it. She sends it over to 28, Lily. Back out to Carrington. It's Ellie Langley, number 28. And there's Carrington again with her second goal of the game. And Carrington can go right-handed or left-handed. And that time she went left-handed for her second goal of the game. So it's 6-2. Bishops over the Dolphins with 7 minutes to go here in the first.
Emma Hardy still on the draw with number 9 alongside her, Grace Battle.
And Grace has really had her way winning most of these draws, at least getting the ball up in the air and then into Dolphin territory. And there's the same one, another one. And here comes Carrington again, and number 12 is a very tall young lady, and she's got a longer stick, and she has won a lot of these draws, getting the draw from
They do seem to have a height advantage against the
center
team.
Certainly number 12 is the tallest young lady out there on the field and taking full advantage of that. So the Bishops slow it down a little bit here. They're in the offensive mode, and there's Fenton. She sends it, and wide open. That's a great pass right there. So Fenton sends it over to number 8, Shamus, and Shamus sends it over to number 9, right all alone in the middle, and Battle has her second goal of the game for a 7-2 lead here on the Bishops. That was very nice passing, and the Bishops are sort of having their way in the offensive zone right now.
They are. Dolphin defense has looked pretty solid all season, but right now it just seems to be the Bishops are finding holes in the defense and are taking their way with that, and are taking advantage of it, and ends up in goals.
You can't fault Rhiannon for that one. She was just left wide open. So Dolphins do get it.
Liza Pridgham with ball. And into the stick of Emma Hardy, who brings it back behind the net. And that is a check to the head by number
20, and that's
20.
Kayla Williams. So she's going to go off for 2 minutes. She'll come back in at 4:08.
Number 20, your time's 4:08. How much we have here? 53. Here we go, D. Let's go. Go behind. Don't force it, White. Take your time.
Emma Hardy with ball.
Emma. Eliza and cut. Red, White. Coming west to red. Do it again, Em.
Emma Hardy brings it in, sees Liza Pridgeon behind the net. And Liza Pridgeon bowls. And there seems to be a flag on the field. And Liza Pridgeon ends up with ball, and that foul is on number 1, Kate Flippin. Unsure for what it's for, but Liza takes it in and is knocked out of her stick, and that seems to be another check to the head, or not check to the head, up check on number 18, who is Lily McKee. And it's Liza Pridgeon's ball again, and that seems to be a free position shot for Liza Pridgeon. She takes it in, shot, and it is bounced off by the goalie. And Episcopal wins back the ball.
It's a nice save there by Ella Perro. Perro's got quite a few saves already. So here go the Bishops again, and there's Carrington, and they don't really have anybody that can guard her for the Dolphins. So right now, Cape Henry is trying to find how to stop this offensive juggernaut that are the Bishops. So Bishops are moving the ball around. Fenton now sends it over to Ellie Langley. She goes in the back to Lewis. Nice pass and nice interception there by Mackenzie White.
Yeah. Mackenzie bringing it upfield. She's very fast. She knows how to kick it into high gear.
She's being contested, but they're letting her go.
Yep.
Keeping the play moving.
And she tries to see Madeline Keogh, but that goes underneath the stick and bounces on the ground. And it's juggled around a bit, but Berkeley Compton picks it up. And she tries to roll. She cannot, so she sees Emma Hardy. And Mackenzie White again behind the back. Mackenzie White brings it up. And sees Madeline Keogh. And Madeline Keogh gets a call in favor of her. Check to the head.
That's on 18, Lily McGee. So she's going to go off for 2 minutes.
109.
And that is the Bishops' fourth goal, or fourth foul of the game.
That's McKee's first. Williams has a foul. Shamus and Flippin have been sent off. The Dolphins really haven't been able to do anything with their man advantage.
Madeline Keogh brings it in, but it's knocked out, unfortunately. But remains Dolphin ball. Liza Pridgeon again with ball.
Goalie for the Bishops, Perro, has made 4 saves already.
And Emma Hardy has ball. And sees Madeline Keogh, who rolls, and there's a call, and it's in favor of the Dolphins, and that is on number 9, Grace Battle. And this is a free position goal for Madeline Keogh, hoping that she sees the back of the net. Shot, and there it goes for Madeline Keogh, marking her first goal of the game.
Seven-3. Yeah. So that's the third goal for the Dolphins.
Scored by Madeline Keogh, who will be joining the VCU Rams women's lacrosse team in the fall of 2024.
One more minute, number 18. So the referees are out there conversing about something. We're pretty sure the goal is going to be allowed. We're just getting a little clarification here. As soon as we find out what's going on, we'll let you know. But
Something about the cards.
I haven't seen anybody come off, have you?
It might be the rule of that once a team collectively has 4 yellow cards against them, they are officially a man down for the rest of the game.
Well, that's going to play big for the Dolphins, and there's an interception by Bridget, and she brings it up to Emma Hardy, and Hardy's going to come up now. She sends it back over, but there's plenty of Dolphins to scoop it up, and there's Maddie Keogh, who scored the goal last time, and this time she gets hit, and she's hurt.
Down.
We got time here.
So I think what they were conversing about is when a team collectively gets 4 yellow cards together, they are officially a man down for the rest of the game. And for each card afterwards, they have to subtract the player off the field. So the Bishops are looking to get no more yellow cards for the rest of the game. And unless they lose a player for each card.
So Keogh comes out. We're not sure what happened. No one has been sent off. There was no penalty call, right?
But Molly Mancall goes in for Madeline Keogh, who's getting checked out by athletic trainer Avery Rodriguez. And we'll be back with an update on her once we have one. Hopefully she is okay. Seems to be a Dolphin ball again. Mancall sees White. Sees Hardy, who sees Pridgeon right behind the net. She sees Compton, and
nice.
Shot and goal. Impressive goal by Berkeley Compton, and that marks her second goal for the game. And there's a timeout called for Virginia Episcopal, and that is their first goal of the first timeout. Thank you of the game. Stumbling over my words here.
That's okay.
Have not been in school for the past few days, and it's obviously showing.
So we'll get clarification on that man down for the rest of the game. They were man down on that goal there by Compton, and so as soon as the referees come over, we'll see. And here they come now, so we'll get clarification.
Can you read off the cards for me for red, please? The numbers. 17, 8, 20, and 18. And then white, 25 and 13. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Are they man down for the rest of the game?
So we just got clarification from the ref. Virginia Episcopal is man down for the rest of the game.
So Dolphins have 2 yellows. Bishops have 4, so the Bishops are going to be man down the rest of this game, and the Dolphins definitely took advantage of that
Yes,
last offensive set.
They did. So hopefully the Dolphins take advantage of this man down situation for the rest of the game. And Virginia Episcopal is looking at not getting another yellow card on the field because that means they would be subtracting yet another player off the field. Emma Hardy back on the draw.
This is also going to play on the offensive side because the Dolphins will be even up a man on defense. Well, they'll be even but they'll still have that man advantage when they cross the line. And
They will. Stands are filling up. This is probably the most fans I've seen all season for the Dolphins.
nice.
And there seems to be a call.
And there's Battle returning, and here comes Carrington, and she's got the ball, and she's guarded now by Mackenzie White. Sends it over to Langley. Langley to the back to Lewis. And again, this is where they're so dangerous. The Bishops have been cutting and getting great passing in the offensive zone.
Dolphins need to keep their head on the swivel.
Good defense again there by Mackenzie White. Looks like she's going to be sticking to Carrington. Here's Battle, sending it back to Lewis. There's Carrington. 25 seconds left in the first. Looks like the Bishops are happy to let this run out at a 7-4. Battle back out to Carrington. Back to Ava Clark. And there's Battle. Oh, and she gets hit and scores.
Goal counts, but White stays down.
And that goal was scored by number 4, Sarah Lewis. That's her 4th goal of the game. And we haven't seen a yellow yet.
And I don't think there's going to be one,
Yep.
says Yogi.
So at the end of the first, it is the Episcopal Bishops 8, the Cape Henry Collegiate Dolphins 4.
How long time? 7 minutes? 7? All right.
And so there's a conference now in the middle of the field between the coaches.
Virginia Episcopal's coach seems to be questioning if there should be a yellow card on Mackenzie White.
Ashmore standings for the Dolphins is getting clarification.
And
the coach is Maddie Hooper for the Bishops.
And she seems to be waved off by the refs, saying that there is no yellow card.
So good strategy there by the Bishops at the end. Hold the ball, and then drive on the net and score.
Yes.
Which is exactly what they did. And their offense has been clicking today. 8 goals in the first half.
They have. So the Dolphins are looking to gel just a little bit more.
Cape Henry down 4. This is somewhat unfamiliar territory for them. Their last couple of games they've won
Uncharacteristic.
Easily. Yeah.
Yep.
Their defense has to shore up, but you got to give credit to the Bishops. I mean, Sierra Lewis, 4 goals. Carrington, 2 goals. Battle, 2 goals. And the combination of Battle taking the draw and Carrington winning, getting the loose ball has been pretty effective so far.
And for the Dolphins, Mackenzie White with 1 goal, Maddie Keogh with 1 goal, and Berkeley Compton with 2.
So we've got about 5 minutes left in the half. Caitlin and I are going to step away, let these other 5 minutes go, and we'll be back for the second half.
See you all later.
All right, so here we are back, second half of this Vista State ladies varsity lacrosse game between the Cape Henry Collegiate Dolphins and the Virginia Episcopal School Bishops. And the Bishops lead 8-4.
Dolphins looking for redemption this half.
Hopefully the Dolphins worked on their defense at halftime because the Bishops have done very well. And here they go again. Fenton gets it in the back, and she sends it over to Lewis. Lewis back out to Caprice. Caprice out to Carrington. Carrington's done a lot of damage. Back out to 14, and nice save there.
Nice.
So Fenton takes a shot, and this time Rhiannon makes the save.
And Liza Pridgeon brings it out. And she also has fast legs and knows when to kick it into high gear, going to Mackenzie White.
That's
It is
a
a
big
quick
save.
move.
That's a big save by Rhiannon there. And again, remember the Dolphins are up a man.
They are.
So on the offensive zone, they definitely have the advantage. We'll see if they can do anything with it. And there's an errant pass from Hardy to Keogh, and she can't make it. And the Bishops come back, and they do get the ball back. And that's number 9, and Grace Battle. So that's a big error there by the Dolphins. She gets it over to Lewis. Lewis over to 14, and she hits the post.
But seems
And I think it came off the post, and then it hit Alice
James in the head.
in the
Hopefully
head.
there's no
So it went
concussion
off the
there.
post and then hit her. They wear eye protection here, which is good, but certainly something that she was not expecting. Alice James. Ball hit the post, came off the post, hit Alice in the head, and she went down in a heap, but she's up now. And I think it probably shocked her more than anything
Yeah.
else.
Probably
She was
did.
standing there, and you hear the post, and the ball punks you in the head. And
That is not a soft ball.
oh, that
It's
is correct.
rubber, so it's bouncy but not soft. So getting hit in the side of the head with that, it's not very nice.
So Ella Goodlove comes in to take Alice James's place, and Alice looks like she's okay. Bishops will retain possession. Ball is in the stick of Fenton. She sends it over to Caprice. Caprice sends it over to Carrington. Carrington to Ava Clark. Dropped for a minute there, but again picked up by the Bishops. Number 4, and here comes Sierra Lewis, and we're
Call
going
him
to call
Dolphins.
something here.
And this is a free position shot on goal.
So Sierra Lewis, who has 4 goals in this game already, has a wide open net against Rhiannon Walter, and she stumbles a little bit. She does not get it off, and I don't know what they're calling now. It looked pretty clean from here, but the referees are going to talk about this. (23-38), 8-4 Bishops over the Dolphins.
Dolphin stance filling up here with the Dolphin baseball team.
And we'll get an explanation here. And here we go. And another nice save here by Rhiannon Walters. And Pigeon takes the ball up, and she's going to come up. So 2 big saves there by Rhiannon Walters. Oh, nice defensive there by Fenton. And there's that height again. And so the Bishops using Fenton and Carrington, the 2 tallest young ladies on the field, and that's certainly paid off on a couple of balls for them, certainly in the offensive zone. So Ava Clark has got the ball now, number 11. She works it behind the net, and again, being down a player, the Bishops are probably just going to kind of take their time working the offensive zone. Time is on their side now, being up 8-4. There's Lewis again in the back of the net. Good defense there by the Dolphins. And here comes Carrington, number 12. And she goes through a couple of players, but holds up. Again, defense for the Dolphins has got to be a lot tighter this half, as first half they gave up 8 goals, most of them easy goals. And it looks like the Bishops are going to force the Dolphins to come out and play them. Their coach, Hooper, is kind of going into a stall here, just having them play the perimeter. And I think she's probably thinking the same thing. We're down a player, so unless we get something wide open, we might as well take our time. Dolphins are going to have to force it, so let's see how this plays out. Grace battle now. Ava Clark out to Mary Claire Caprice. This is Souther is Mary Claire. It's Ella Goodall, a freshman, guarding Fenton. Fenton moves, and there's a nice pass to the middle, but they're going to call a foul. Well, I thought they called a foul, but I guess they let her play. And there was a Bishop that went down in the box that did not have the ball. I thought I heard a whistle, but they let it play. And they're going to give that goal, and that was scored by number 9. I believe that was Grace Battle again. That's her 3rd goal.
Maddie Keogh back on the draw, replacing Emma Hardy.
So 9-4, 21 minutes left in this game.
So plenty
Dolphins
of time for anyone's game, as lacrosse is a quick scoring game, but time will tell.
Really, for the Dolphins, the only one size-wise is Emma Hardy that can kind of keep up with some of the taller players.
Dolphins definitely have speed for them.
There it is again. So Carrington has gotten so many loose balls in this game. And she hits the crossbar, and it goes straight up, but retained by Lewis. And she hits Carrington again, and another nice save by Rhiannon. And they're going to call
a free position
interference there. And so number 12, Carrington, is going to get a free pass, and she goes in and she scores for her 3rd goal of the game. And so that's almost automatic when she has the ball in that free zone there and heads towards the goal. She can shoot both right-handed and left-handed, and she's got a lot of height behind her.
for the Dolphins to pick up their game here. They usually get a lot of head start when they win those draws. So looking to win the draw each time for the Dolphins is crucial to getting that ball down on offense and hopefully for them into the back of the net. And now we have someone new taking the draw, hopefully, to get some winning draws for the Dolphins is Liza Pridgeon, who's a freshman at Cape Henry. And that is batted down by Mackenzie White and scooped up by Mackenzie White. And she sees Madeline Keogh. Madeline Keogh bringing it straight down, but brings it back out.
Well, she's got to shoot there. She's got to go to the goal and shoot
She definitely has to.
I mean, they're down 6 goals with 20 to go, and she had a clear path to the goal, and she's got to shoot there. I think she probably knows that.
And there's a shot, and that is saved by the goalie.
So that's Perro, goalie for, and here comes Kayla Williams, brings it up, and they're just going to call a blocking foul on the Dolphins there.
On Mackenzie White.
So
And
Kayla Williams sends it over, and there's 14, and that's Fenton. Fenton brings the ball across. So the Bishops again go back on offense. 19:40 to go in this game. 10-4 Bishops over the Dolphins in this VISA state playoff semifinal game. And that was a shot by number 9, Grace Battle. She's got 3 goals in this game, and she wound her way around from the back of the net all the way to the front, but shot it wide. Bishops retain possession. That's what I was trying to say. Here's Fenton, and Fenton has a big sweeping motion, and she sends it back to number 9, and she's hit by Mackenzie White. Excuse me, number 3, Mary Claire Caprice. And so Caprice is going to get a free shot in here. But she passes it, and there's a nice save again by Rhiannon Walters. Good play by the...
Picked up by
and
Alice
here comes
James.
Alice James, and Alice is looking for an outlet, and she gets it taken away. And they're going to call interference on James. And so the Mary Claire Caprice will get the ball for, that's number 4, Sierra Lewis. She gets it back, and there's 9, and that's an easy goal there. Grace Battle is kind of lighting it up now with her 4th goal of the game. So Sierra Lewis and Grace Battle both have 4 goals. Carolyn Carrington has 3. And this is an 11-4 game. Somewhat getting out of hand, and they're going to switch goalies to Dolphins, try to mix up a little bit here. Number 3 on the Dolphins.
Sabi is in for Rhiannon. And Liza Pridgeon again on the draw. Goes up. And Liza Pridgeon picks it up. And goes to Mackenzie White. And there is a call. And the stands erupt. And Mackenzie White takes ball up. To Emma Hardy. To Liza Pridgeon. To Madeline Keogh, who shoots and scores. And that marks Madeline Keogh's 2nd goal of the game, marking the 5th goal for the Dolphins. And there seems to be a little fire ignited underneath the Dolphins now, and they're hoping to keep that up.
Yeah, with a man down, the Bishops are disadvantaged, obviously, every time they're in the defensive zone.
Yes.
And the Dolphins can't take their time. They've got to go right at them.
They need to win every draw.
6.
They need to win every draw and carry that down the field. Liza Pridgeon.
The draws have not gone in the Dolphins' way.
Yes, but whenever they have, it's resulted in a goal or being taken down to the offensive side.
And there's the height of Carrington again. And so she'll settle into the offensive zone here. Gets the ball over to Fenton. Fenton back to Carrington. So she'll move it over to number 9, Battle. Battle to Carrington, and she's going to be guarded here by Mackenzie White.
Dolphins need to do some smart plays here, some smart checks, some smart defensive work to win back this ball. Seems to be an illegal check.
So
illegal check on Madeline Keogh.
So Sierra Lewis will...
Or actually Alice James for this one.
So Lewis sends the ball out to Caprice. Caprice over to Carrington. Carrington to Battle, number 9.
And there is a call on Mackenzie White.
Yogi Booth is the person that made that call. And there's an easy goal for Grace Battle. For her 5th goal of the game. When she goes in on a unimpeded, it's going to be a score there. She's just too good. And so when the Dolphins mess up in the defensive zone, it has cost them. They're down 12-5 here with 15 to go.
Dolphins need to pick it up quick to get some shots on the goal and numbers on the board to compete and contest with the Bishops.
Here comes Carrington again. I don't know how many draws she's won, but she hasn't not won any.
It's very true.
As many, so she's been pretty dominant there in the middle of the field.
Emma Hardy's back on draw, replacing Liza. Up it goes, and
yeah, this time the Dolphins come away with it. Mackenzie White over to Keogh, so nice play there.
She sees Izzy Sands, freshman, who sees, or actually 8th grade, sorry, to freshman Liza Pridgeon, who's carrying the ball still, who rolls and sees Emma, to Brianna Corcoran.
Dolphins got to score. I mean, they're taking way too much time.
Seems to be a call. And seems to be in favor of the Dolphins. Dolphins need to start scoring quickly. But the Bishop defense seems to be sticking to every person that they mark, which makes it hard. And there's a shot on goal by Madeline Keogh, but bounces.
Good save again there by Perro. So the goalie Perro, and she sends an errant ball over to the far side, but that's going to be picked up by Mary Claire Caprice, and she sends it up to Fenton. Fenton now has the ball, and she's going to play it over to Lewis. Lewis back out to Carrington, and here go the Bishops again, up 12-5 with 13 to go. They'll go to this kind of 4 corners till they find a soft spot, and then they'll just go towards the net and shoot. It has worked so far. I can't see why they wouldn't go for that strategy again. And again, number 9, Grace Battle, has been pretty lethal when she gets the ball and goes right to the net. And she's back there now with Lewis. Good defense there by Mackenzie White. Here comes Carrington. Good defense there. So again, the Bishops will work the ball around. Ava Clark with it now. Back out to Fenton. Fenton out to Carrington. Carrington is going to move towards the goal. She does. She's met by 3 Dolphins there. Gets around all 3 of them. They're going to call
Another call.
an interference facing. And this is going to be Carrington going one-on-one with the goalie, and this is not going to help the Dolphins. And she scores. Good move. She took 2 steps forward, pivoted, and went to her right and scored. So there's Carrington's 4th goal. At the 12-minute mark exactly, it's 13-5 Bishops, and they are in full control of this game. Offensively, they've just been unstoppable.
And
the
defensively.
The Dolphins' defense hasn't been able to rise to the occasion, and their offense hasn't helped them much, being up a man or up a player so far, but they just can't keep the ball in the offensive zone, and the minute the Bishops get it.
Which is uncharacteristic of the Dolphins if you look back on stats from previous games.
Crowd is quiet for a Thursday night. And the home team is down 8 goals. And so they've got to find some magic here with 12 minutes to go.
They do.
While we have a break in the action, I want to send some best wishes to our senior tech team here. Wyatt and Linda. Wyatt and Linda are moving on to bigger and better things. Wyatt will be a freshman next year at the University of Miami studying marine science. And, excuse me? Marine biology and ecology. Dr. Guerin, the headmaster here at Cape Henry, says bigger, not necessarily better, bigger and different. But they've gotten a great foundation while they were here. And Linda is heading off to start her career in art at the Pratt Institute, a fine institution. And I guess I'll be buying some of Linda's work eventually in my retirement and hang it on the wall and say, I remember Linda when she was a nobody. You've never been a nobody. You've always been awesome. But thank you, Wyatt. Thank you, Linda, for being the major factors that you have been here at Cape Henry Television. You've done more than enough to get this program started. We're very thrilled for you and excited for your futures. And again, thanks for all your hard work. And my partner in crime over here, Caitlin Gentry, as I said, is going to head off to Alabama in the fall, and she'll be a Roll Tide. And as a Ohio State man, we'll still be friends.
Yes, Roll Tide, roll all day long.
We both will wear scarlet.
Yes. Doesn't look like I need to be changing colors anytime soon.
That's right. Cape Henry's colors are red and gray as well. So
exactly.
All right, so here we go back to the game. Bishops ahead 13-5, and there's a scrum right in front of the goal.
Dolphins.
And the Bishops do come up with it, and that was Sierra Lewis. She took a shot, got a save there by Rihanna Walters, who's back in the game, but recovered her own loose ball in the net. And here comes number 9, and this is what she does. Grace Battle has been rolling to her left every time and just waits until she's free and then sends a shot down and low and has scored her 6th goal of the game. Dolphins saying something to the referee, but the referee is just turning and walking down the field. So there'll be no change of minds here. 14-5, Bishops in charge. 11:20 to go in this Vista State playoff game. Ladies lacrosse here at the 757 Virginia Beach, home of Cape Henry Dolphins. And there's another draw, and again, this time won by Carrington, and she's hit. And they're going to give a yellow card to Berkeley Compton.
And she is out for the game because that is her second foul. And she is out for the game.
So Berkeley's out. That's her second foul. She's out of the game. So whoever comes in for her will be able to come in at 9:09, and that's certainly not going to help the cause here. And so the Bishops now will come back in to the offensive zone, and there is Carrington again. And she has just been a wonderful player for Bishops. And here goes Battle, and she is just going to mow her way in. And there's really nothing that the Dolphins can do. I mean, this young lady has just had her way. She sends in a beautiful pass to number 3, Mary Claire Caprice, and that's Caprice's first goal of the game, number 3. So Battle sends it over. Yeah. Battle sends it in to Caprice. Caprice scores 15-5, so they're up 10. We'll have a running clock now until the end of this game, until the Dolphins get it under 10, if the Dolphins get it under 10. Ava Clark, number 11, comes off. So Mackenzie White up against Caroline Carrington. And there's Battle again to win it. Grace Battle. And she's going to head to the net.
Another call on the Dolphins.
And we have seen this movie before, Caitlin.
Many of times.
Too many times. So here's Battle,
Yes.
and she's going to go in alone against Rhiannon Walters. They're moving her out towards the top of the key, which I don't think actually is – it's probably more of an advantage for her. She's got more to work with than she does and scores her 7th goal of this game. So they're finally taking out Grace Battle.
Yeah, that's Ashmore. That's her second card. She can't go back in.
And here we go, and another ball won. And Maddie Keogh is down with an ankle injury. And there's another draw won by the Bishops, Lily McKee.
We have 3 cards.
So Maddie Keogh will come off the field.
And 2 people can go in now.
Need another player. Dolphins need another player.
Another player.
So we're trying to get rosters squared here. We had an injury on the Dolphins, and she came off, and Dolphins put in Ella Goodov. But Bishops are on offense now. And there is Fenton, number 14. She sends it over to Carrington. Carrington, number 12, has done her damage. She backs out. Sends it over to 3, Mary Claire Caprice. In the back to Lewis, Sierra Lewis. She's got 4 goals in this game. Sends it over to number 1, Flippin. 7 minutes to go. 16-5, Episcopal. And I don't know what they called. They called interference, I guess, away from the ball. They called it on the Dolphins. And so we're going to have number 1, Flippin, going on net. And she does, and a nice save, and gets her own rebound and shoots it off the post. So nice save by Rhiannon there, but Flippin gets it back, goes off the post, and the Bishops keep their possession. And so here it comes back out to Carrington. And Carrington goes through 3 Dolphins and scores. So Carrington bobs and weaves, goes past 3 Dolphins, and she puts in her 5th goal of the game. 17-5, the Bishops over the hometown Cape Henry Dolphins. I don't know who they're going to play next, but I think they should be favored.
They probably are.
I mean, I haven't seen a team this dominant against us, certainly.
In a while.
Yeah. I mean, they've got 3 or 4 girls that just basically can score at will.
Yeah.
And they all play at the same time,
yeah,
which makes
do.
a tough defense on any team. They win all the free balls as well, and there's number 11, Ava Clark, and she's had her share of free wins too. And yep, their goalie has made a lot of saves. They're just a well-played team, a well-coached team, I should say. So Coach Hooper's got them playing really well right now, and they are up 17-5 with 5 minutes to go here. And there is Alice James, and they're going to call a foul on the Bishops. Number 4, Sierra Lewis. So Alice will get the ball. She sends it ahead, and a dangerous pass right in the middle. But
Grace Reynolds with ball. Who brings it over to Liza Pridgeon. And there's a stop for the clock.
Not sure what the foul is here. I think they might be calling it away from the ball. Emma Hardy was fouled in the corner away from the ball. And so she's going to retain possession there. She sends it to the back. So
Ella Goodall with ball. She sees Emma Hardy. Emma Hardy sees Liza Pridgeon. Emma Hardy with ball. Shot and goal by Emma Hardy. That marks her first goal of the game.
that's Emma's first goal of the game. Makes it 17-6. The Dolphins just have not shot the ball very often. You know, they're waiting for that open net, and it just has not been there. And their offense has been pretty anemic in this game. The other team's goalie, the Bishop's goalie, Para, has done a nice job when the ball has come towards her. The Dolphins just have not done much on offense to offset the great offense by the Bishops right now. And there's another win of an open ball by Kate Flippin. And so many of these draws, at least 70% of the draws have been won by the Bishops. But here's a turnover.
And Liza Pridgeon has ball. And Liza Pridgeon sees the back of the net.
Yeah, and see, that they should have been doing that the whole game.
Exactly. That's what we needed a little bit ago.
And, I mean, it's not as if the Dolphins don't have goal scorers.
They
Liza Pridgeon, Emma Hardy,
Madeline Keogh.
Berkeley Compton. I mean, those young ladies have scored many goals this year, but it just seems once they get in their offensive set, they stall.
Yeah.
And against a high-powered offense like the Bishops, you got to go and shoot. So they'll learn. Still a young team. How many seniors are on the Dolphins squad?
There is 3 players and 2 senior managers, including myself and Anna Katrina Scully, who could not join us here tonight. But
so they're only losing 3 seniors
only
on the
losing
team.
3 seniors.
Young team, young squad for the Dolphins. And when you look at Virginia Episcopal, Sierra Lewis, who has 4 goals today, she's a senior. Grace Battle's a junior. Caroline Carrington is also a senior. So you have 2 seniors accounting for 9 of their 17 goals. So next year, the Bishops are going to look a lot different.
Yes.
Dolphins might be in a better position being a little older. Oh. And there's a foul on Kayla Williams on Mackenzie White. And there is less than a minute to go. And so this will probably be the last offensive opportunity for the Dolphins here. And here we go. And White sends it in, but it's picked up by number 2, Mary Kadelka. And this game's got 30 seconds to go. Holding call there on the Bishops. 20 seconds to go in this game. Kenzie White sends it over to Emma Hardy. Hardy's going to bowl through, and they blow the whistle, and this is a running clock, so we'll stop it here.
It stops in 2 minutes, anything in the critical shooting zone. I believe it's running clock. Yeah, if it's running clock, it still stops.
And here we go, and Hardy does score.
And that marks Hardy's 2nd goal.
Last 2 minutes and yeah, the last 2. No.
Clarification.
So why did we stop it on the okay, no, we're good. I just want to make sure that no worries. I'll find that out right now.
And Hardy has scored. To make it 17-8. Bishop's coach want the clock to keep going. Ball was in the critical zone when a foul happened with less than 2 minutes. And there's a free ball, and again won by the Bishops, and this will be it. And so this game ends 17-8. Bishops over the Dolphins here at Cape Henry. So they're moving on to the quarterfinals in this Vista State Championship game. So we're getting a little clarification just to.
I just wanted to make sure that we like.
So we'll get clarification. Does that last goal count for the Dolphins or not? Yeah, even though the clock was stopped. Understood, but the clock was stopped inadvertently. The goal still counts because it was in the critical zone. The foul was in the critical zone, less than 2. Yeah, so we did have that right. The last goal did score. So the final here at Cape Henry, 17-8, and the teams will shake hands. So for the Bishops, Mary Claire Caprice with a goal, Sierra Lewis with 4, Grace Battle with 7, Carolyn Carrington with 5. And so 1, 2, 3, 4 players did all the damage there. The Dolphins finished up with Berkeley Compton scoring 2, Emma Hardy 2, Maddie Keogh with 2, and Mackenzie White with 1.
Yep.
Excuse me. Who scored that last one?
Emma Hardy. So Emma Hardy with 2.
3. So we're going to call it here and say thank you for joining us on this Thursday afternoon for Ladies Lacrosse. We want to also thank everybody for watching our broadcast throughout the year. This is our last game for CHC TV at Cape Henry this year in 2023, and we will see you in the fall when we come back with more athletics. Thanks for our crew. Thanks for all the wonderful work. Caitlin, good luck to you.
Thank you.
At Alabama.
Roll Tide.
Linda, Wyatt, good luck to you. And it's been a pleasure. I'm Chris Souther. We're here at Cape Henry Collegiate, and we're wishing you all a happy and successful summer.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. Take care.